So we'll go back one paragraph. Indeed, obtaining his greatness in a measure that bestowal becomes reception, as mentioned concerning an important person, is not at all difficult. Everyone knows the greatness of the Creator, who created everything and consumes everything without a beginning and without an end, and whose sublimity is endless.
Meaning, what's disturbing us from feeling the force of the Creator, the greatness of the Creator, and then we'll do all actions correctly. We'll organize our whole life correctly. Without the pandemic, without any problems and troubles, what's disturbing us? If there's such a great force in nature, and we can use it, the problem is that we can only use it in the form through our connection. That's the problem. Yeah?
Yet the difficulty in that is that the measure of the greatness does not depend on the individual, but on the environment. For example, even if one is filled with virtues, but the environment does not appreciate him as such, he will always be low-spirited and will not be able to take pride in his virtues, although he has no doubt that they are true.
Meaning, none of us can, on his own, reach an action of bestowal if he won't discover the good force towards the Creator, and he can only reveal him if he is connected to the environment that gives him the recognition of the greatness of the Creator. Yes?
And conversely, a person with no merit at all, but the environment respects him as though he is virtuous, that person will be filled with pride, since the measure of importance and greatness is given entirely to the environment. When a person sees that the environment slights his work and does not properly appreciate his greatness, he cannot overcome the environment. Thus, he cannot obtain his greatness and become negligent during his work like them. And he becomes negligent during his work like them. Since he does not have the basis for obtaining his greatness, he will obviously not be able to work in order to bring contentment to his Maker and not to himself. For he will have no motivation to exert, and if you did not labor and find, do not believe. The only advice for this is either to work for oneself or not to work at all, since bestowing contentment upon his Maker will not be for him tantamount to reception.
He won't feel any uplifting from it, any forces, an impulse, because the environment doesn't supply it to him. And where can a person take it from? Yeah?
Now you can understand the verse, "In the multitude of people is the King's glory," since the measure of the greatness comes from the environment under two conditions. One, the extent of the appreciation of the environment. Two, the size of the environment. Thus, in the multitude of people is the King's glory. Because of the great difficulty in the matter, our sages advised us, make for yourself a Rav, a teacher, and buy yourself a friend. This means that one should choose for oneself an important and renowned person to be his Rav, and from him he will be able to come to engaging in Torah and mitzvot in order to bring contentment to his Maker. This is so because there are two extenuations concerning one's Rav. One, since he is an important person, the student can bestow contentment upon him based on the sublimity of his Rav, since bestowal becomes as reception for him. This is a natural fuel so one can always increase his acts of bestowal. Once a person grows accustomed to engaging in bestowal upon the Rav, he can transfer it to engaging in Torah and Mitzvot Lishma toward the Creator, since habit becomes a second nature. 2. Equivalence of form with the Creator does not help if it is not forever, until he who knows the mysteries will testify that he will not return to folly. This is not so with equivalence of form with his Rav. Since his Rav is in this world, within time, equivalence of form with him helps even if it is only temporary.
34. PT 34.
Good morning, Rav. Can we begin to bring contentment to the Creator even if we don't have the intention initially?
Of course. Of course. If you participate in all actions of society, you disseminate, and by this you are disseminating the name of the Creator in the world, His plan in the world. That gives contentment to the Creator directly. He wants to be revealed in everybody. You are disseminating to everybody this knowledge. You are bringing humanity closer to Him. Please, it's all open